Alright. 3, 2, 1, go. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Citizens of Earth.
With the orange panda.
We got a brand new party member last time. We started the game, we got the baker, and oh god, this guy.
We need a school spirit.
We need our school spirit.
A monster.
Hey, I'm not a monster. I'm the school mascot.
What's the difference?
So when I, in my log, I put down, looks like a purple volcano. Doesn't he?
He
like,
does.
what is he supposed to be? I don't know what the school mascot is supposed to be.
A really messed up version of Grimace.
If you look, one of the party members in this game, his talent is to show you concept art. And he actually shows you how the human body is like folded up in there.
Cause it shouldn't be, that shouldn't be a thing.
You see the eyes down there, right?
Yeah, but the arms are above. Unless if the arms are the legs.
We're gonna see that later. It's
And-
pretty hilarious.
And this poor soul is doing an unfortunate handstand.
Yeah. So this guy has a really interesting, his voice is getting to me. He can change the difficulty of the game.
Oh,
And now, I gotta say, it's tempting to turn it up. Don't do this when you've just started the game. Just trust me on
you
this.
have nothing and no one.
You have nothing and no one, and battles will literally take like 4 times as long, because it doubles their stats, or it straight up increases all of their stats if you do this. I find
mood.
his gimmick to, or I find his talent to be good for like grinding, especially talent grinding, which I'll explain what that is later.
My spirit.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. So, how do we get your spirit back?
He lost his school spirit. Oh no, his fighting spirit, and we
We
have to
all-
get it back.
We all eventually lose our school spirit, man.
Yeah. And this is gonna sound weird. His fighting spirit is basically a roaming legendary.
Oh,
Yeah. He will periodically show up in battles. It's not as annoying as a Roman legendary, or roaming legendary.
a Roman legendary,
A
much like
Roman-
Pluto.
Roman legendaries.
Welcome to school.
Welcome to the school. Now, I didn't know you could recruit this guy this early. I didn't realize you could go into the school for the longest time.
Hey, there's always something to learn. Learning is a lifelong pursuit.
This nerd.
Yeah, this is the earliest you can get him.
Believe me.
In fact, this is one of few party members where you can get just by talking to him, because he just wants to quiz you, basically. Because of course he does.
All these dang teachers.
I typically hate, like, I'm gonna quiz you about the game's trivia. Like, I typically hate those kinds of missions, because I find them kind of weird, because, like, they always know stuff they should not know.
Yeah.
Like, in his quiz in particular, he asks, where's your brother work? How do you know this? How much does a bun cost at the bakery? I did look these up. Some of these, like, the capital, you're not meant to go to the capital quite yet, so I did have to look that up. But you can do them all right now. Bumblebee is an enemy we have not seen yet. Oh, and I also had to look up. Where does your brother work?
Fed ups.
Fed up.
Okay.
What island nation is south of the capital?
Ninjava.
Panjama. Where's the plumber find items that were washed down the pipes?
Wow, you aced it.
So yeah, I think you have to get all of these correct, but like you can do it an infinite number of times. So there's really no reason to get this guy right now. In fact, I actually recommend getting this guy right now because the teacher isn't really a good party member. However, they start him at a higher level than your party probably is at this point in the game.
Hashtag.
Hashtag Dexit.
Oh, that's right.
Because I mentioned in the spreadsheet that his talent is a bit like a Pokemon daycare. It's kind of hilarious. So you just called him hashtag Dexit.
Hashtag.
Yeah, see, look. Yeah, I think, like, yeah, he starts at level 7. Everyone else is either level 3 or 4 right now. So we kind of sequence broke.
I did forget a good check of what I named them, but once I hear their names, they all come back for me, and I named him hashtag Dexit just for that reason.
You can straight up sequence break in this game, and I kind of love that about it.
Heck yeah. Break them. Oh, you kicked your mother out of the party.
You here for class? Can I help you with
So
something?
let's show off his talent. So his talent is basically you pick a party member, you pay some money, and then you wait a bit, and that person gets experience. So we're gonna put mom in school. It is a little annoying. I kind of wish you could just like pay to I kind of wish you could just pay to get the experience. and not have to wait, but whatever.
Don't
I
we
mean,
love microtransactions?
no, there are no microtransactions in this game. I don't know why they put the mechanic like this in. Like, it doesn't even work when, like, you have the game off. It's just a weird addition. But then again, it's kind of like that in actual Pokemon, too. The only difference is that it's, like, based on the number of steps you walk as opposed to attention. I like that one. Did you see her?
I think I did.
I love this party member. It's the scientist. She's a mad scientist.
As she should be.
I love this. People on my Discord will notice I love the scientist lady trope. And she is no different. She is incredible.
That I can guess who your favorite character in Into the Spider-Verse is then.
Dude, Girl Doc Ock is pretty awesome. Like, that actually surprised me because I didn't know anything about that movie going in.
She wasn't in any of the promotional material either. She was like totally. It was the thing that
she can change the time. That's her talent. She's one of several party members you had to go to a specific location. She wants you to go to the cemetery.
She's gonna make herself a Frankenstein. Frankenstein's monster.
You're close.
I get it.
You're close. The school is like only 2 floors and not that big. And then we got the programmer.
They really cut funding.
I really like this party member too, although you can't get him for a little bit. So he talks about the VR arena. This is basically the like Coliseum of the game. It's a VR arena. You ever do any actual fighting? You gotta check it out. Use my computer. Let's go over here and oh, you can also access the internet. I'll talk
Which
about
we should not do.
Now this I kind of like. Also on the right, you can tell this game was made for like controllers because it says B instead of the mouse buttons. Those are all the enemies in the game. You can custom make your own battles.
Oh man, you fill this up with so many men's.
Yeah, and don't ask me how. I was actually able to win this.
You did it.
Yep, I did it.
God, the power of America can really conquer anything.
It kind of helps that all the opposition leader does is lower your defense and call other hecklers, but if they're... you can have a max of 5 enemies on screen at once, so...
Do we have to? Is there a dialogue option?
I like the line, do we have to communicate verbally?
If that ain't a mood, I don't know what is.
He wants you to go to Eden Industries, which is a little farther into the game.
Gotta wait for this gem of a character.
I actually really like him. He also has an ability called like Reboot, which is basically auto life from Final Fantasy. He can revive himself even while dead. It's kind of ridiculous. I decided to play around with this a little bit. I think I go back when I realized that it's not really a good idea.
Alright, time to...
Let's go to Mount Pom Pom.
Time to progress.
Oh, you're hiccuping. Oh,
It's
no.
not... My voice sometimes does that, where it's not hiccuping. It's like air that comes out really quick. I don't know how to explain it.
Oh, hello! This is one of the 2 photos she needs to take for her recruit mission.
Pleasure seeing you here.
Exciting stuff.
Why is the president or the vice president in the woods with a photographer or
In the
a
woods
teacher,
in the
a
rain.
baker, and a conspiracy theorist?
Oh, there's the school spirit. It's just him.
Does he run away on the first turn?
He runs away on the second turn. His first turn, he gives all enemies a defense buff for some reason.
Does his HP keep?
Yeah, it does. You don't have to kill him in one go. I recommend doing this as early as possible because, I'm going to be honest, the school mascot might be the most broken character in the entire game, and I'll explain why later. It's kind of ridiculous what the game decides to give him. The other enemy is a Bubblebee. That's a new enemy for this area.
Bubblebee.
I don't think this is a good enemy to have in the early game because it has an ability where it can like surround itself in bubbles and that gives it a free hit. So like you hit it once, that gets rid of the bubbles, and then you hit again and then it does damage. And I think it's a really annoying ability to have this early in the game when you don't have that many options.
Oh god, here come the bumblebees.
Those like weird flowers are called soapweeds. And also, here's another one of my favorite enemies in the game.
Oh, look at him.
You want to guess what this thing is called?
Dear.
The Telephon.
Oh god. Oh,
I love
look
this.
at him.
I love this thing so much.
A baby. Basically. Oh no, it's done
Can figure
Facebook.
out the length of things easily and uses that knowledge to slam telephone.
Is it anything like Elephant the Elephant?
I don't know.
Y'all guys remember Elephant the Elephant?
So how the teacher fights, the teacher is like kinda based on debuffs. He has moves like Chalk Dust and stuff, which like blinds enemies. I think he has like a move that's basically like a Nern ability from Lisa the Painful, where he like tells a story and it puts the enemy to sleep, but instead he teaches them. I don't know.
God, if that isn't a mood.
He has like lab time kind of abilities. He has one called Kinetics, which is just stronger. I don't know, we get more abilities for him later. He's not a really good party member, but he's good this early on just because they, for some reason, give him a higher level than all what your party will likely be at this point. I recommend getting him as early as possible. That and the in his talent is very useful too.
Boys gotta run. So, is this JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?
What do you mean?
A bunch of boys on a journey.
In the woods?
A bunch of boys on the journey.
Oh, I think I cut the wrong battle there. Yeah, whatever. At this point, I'm going to start cutting battles, which is not really something I'm too used to. I think I leave this one in, though, because Yeah, see, look, that's the bubble ability right there. And also, I think the game kind of glitched because it stayed on screen even after I got rid of the bubble. That was a bit weird.
Oops. Oops, all tarantula eggs.
Oops, all tarantula eggs.
So will he, the school spirit will just appear in a random battle, or
Yeah.
in a different area?
It just in random battles, and it's pretty common too. The school spirit, the school mascot, he specifically said that he appears when things are exciting. I don't know what that means.
It's always exciting in the middle of the woods.
Oh, and we got the oven mitts.
For Hitalia.
Yep. Oven mitts turns his normal attack into thermal, making him basically a fire paladin.
Woo!
Now this is one of the mini bosses for the cops side quests. And this one I think is like way too difficult for this point in the game. You're clearly meant to do this later on.
Queasy bee.
Queasy bee.
Can't say it's beezy.
It's bee.
A bee?
Yeah, the Queasy bee is just a stronger version of the bubble bees. Although look how much damage that did. Yeah, look how much damage that did too. And
It's killing Facebook!
It's killing Facebook.
You already lost MySpace. What's next?
I think this is our first time seeing the 6 status ailment. It's basically poison.
Oh boy.
Which is exactly what it is in Earthbound as well. And then confusion, the sad steak is a power down.
America.
America. Sad steaks. Just a sad, cold steak.
And you see the shattering teacup represents England.
That's defense down.
Oh god, everyone just died.
Yeah.
The president's just standing over, vice president standing over. Oh god. He didn't do anything.
You're right, the world needs me.
He didn't do anything.
Something I kind of love about this game is that death is just a slap on the wrist. It just warps you back to the start of the area. Like, you don't even lose experience or items that you did. In fact, it's kind of beneficial because it does give your party a full heal. So...
Just for funsies.
Yeah. I feel like your design choices like this may give me this impression that, like, the game is designed for you to be super experimental with, because there's not really a penalty for being experimental. Conspiracy Guy learned Bewilder, which I think is a normal attack that can confuse enemies. Again, he's kind of an elementalist, so he gets like a lot of abilities that like put status ailments or like have different elemental powers. So
Everyone's chasing after you now.
yeah. Honestly, I think
Oh no.
You got a preempt. I think the game is a little too spam happy with enemies sometimes. That's one of my biggest problems with it, actually.
You're gonna need me to call you an ambulance!
You're not wrong.
In the sequel, they have random encounters. However, they actually made... I think that for a series like this, that actually works a lot better. Because, like, the random encounter rate is like... It's probably one of the most respectful encounter rates I think I've ever seen in a game. And also, the very first party member you get, his ability lets you change the encounter rate.
Oh, that would be fun.
That is very nice. We found a weird, goopy pile.
Oh no.
Better idea. I'll do a little eeny, meeny, miny, mo and pick someone at random.
No way!
It's the honey bear. I'm not sure if you can tell, but like not every line is voice acted.
I couldn't tell from the teachers going, hmm.
Yeah, party members in cutscenes just have like little voice clips like that, because can you imagine if they had all 40 voice actors do every line in the game?
I want it to be like a Skyrim situation where they had to give them all their lines in alphabetical order.
Oh my god.
That's
So, yeah.
I think the best like voice acting trivia piece.
This boss is not too bad. The most detrimental thing, I think he has like a normal attack, and I think he has an attack that lets him like double his speed. But like it's a turn-based RPG, so everyone goes the same turn anyway, so just he goes first. That's basically all that amounts to. This fight is not that bad. He doesn't even have like an elemental weakness even.
But he's a honey bear.
Enters hibernation. Wait.
that seems like a
That's the first time I ever read that out loud. I always assumed it said hibernation.
hibernation.
This is a weird design for an enemy.
But look at him. He
in
may
the
be.
concept art, there were a few scrap designs for this guy, and I actually kind of like one of them a lot more. Enters hibernation.
There's a bit of an oxymoron there, but okay.
The brother started to get protect and tease. I think the game wants you to use him a bit like a guardian, where he like puts aggro on himself, because he gets a lot of abilities that lets him do that. Though honestly, I think he's just better as an all-out attacker. There are some party members I think are really good defensively or supportively. I think it's just there to get you used to how those abilities work. I did put defend on him though, because my goodness, like he's getting destroyed right now.
Yeah, for being when he's supposed to take all of the damage, he seems to have the least amount of health.
He has one of his equips, the chest ribbon. It makes it so when he does a critical hit, he gets 3 defense ups. That's a cool equip. You know, I could talk about how equips are handled in this game. Equips are one of a kind. You can only get one of like each kind of equip, which makes them more like collectibles than just stuff you buy in stores. And like every single party member has like 4 equips they can equip. Yeah, some of them are better than others. Some are straight up kind of awful, but like they have interesting gimmicks behind them, which can completely change how a character works, which I think is kind of cool. Yeah, the sequel kind of did away with this to make it more traditional kind of equip system, and I kind of don't like that, but whatever. We did get a new equip for Karen though, or not Karen. Narak. Yeah, so if we go over here, chance to cause attack down on hit. That's a pretty good one. Yes, you know, she doesn't really do like big damage anyway.
I just cut him off like that.
We talked to him beforehand, but we were talking about something. Oh god, okay, I'm gonna fight the worst enemy in this area, the soapweed.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so this thing, I think all the soapweed does is it spawns bumblebees, and bumblebees are already kind of annoying at this point in the game, so... Yeah, this is not a great enemy. I think this first area, the enemies who are a bit too difficult for their own good, but whatever. Yeah, this is one of those RPGs where the hardest part is the beginning, just because they don't really give you that much to work with.
It's a weird thing with a lot of RPGs. Like, usually the hardest part is sometimes the first part, because you just don't know what the heck you're doing.
Yeah, oh man, and then you got situations like every Kingdom Hearts game where you don't even have your heal spell yet. Like, I hate guard armor so much for that reason. I just stockpile potions, but like... Yeah, I made that look easy, but that enemy... Also, this is, I think, the only enemy in the game that just stays on screen when it's dead. I don't know if the enemies can revive it or something. That's the only way I can think of for why it would still stay there.
That would make sense.
Yeah, but it's just kind of weird. The bumblebees come back in the sequel. Oh wait, it does go away. Okay. The bumblebees go back in the sequel. They work the same way, although they put them in a part of the game that I think is a lot more appropriate for like a gimmick like that for an enemy.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, there's the school spirit.
I like how you level up within battle too, or...
That's kind of cool, yeah. Another interesting thing about that is that this is one of those RPGs where leveling up gives you a full heal. So you can actually kind of min-max that in a way.
Any speed runs of this game?
There are speedruns of this game. They're not as interesting as you'd think they'd be, though. It's really just... I think speedruns are literally just, like... the conspiracy guy and the baker, plus the school mascot, because he gets a broken ability that's actively used in speedruns all the time.
Well done, team.
On top of all the other broken abilities. Hashtag Dexic talent level up.
Woo!
Yeah, as you defeat enemies, I think you get talent EXP. And these just make your stuff better. For example, he now has 6 slots open in his school as opposed to just 3.
So it can teach like 6 people. Wow.
6. What is that sound effect the soap weed makes? Like, oh, enemies are running away from us now.
You're too buff. You're too big.
I think it's more that we just beat the area because, you know, that fight was still a bit of a trouble, but whatever. Whatever.
Whatevs.
Yeah, that was a shorter episode, but I don't know, I just did that whole area. So
Alright, see you guys next time.
see you folks then. Thanks for
America.
watching.